Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, bro. You hear me?
Yeah.
Sweet.
What's up, boys? When's the Wilshires, eh?
Let's go, baby,
Hey.
on the vlog.
Oh, you're
Hey,
vlogging.
yeah. How you been, eh?
um, yeah, I've been boys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi. It keeps cutting in and out. May have to probably have to update to a faster Wi-Fi.
Bro, I just got MBN. Fuck. Faster.
Did you? Nah,
Yeah.
it's alright, bro. How you been? How's your day?
Yeah, good, bro. Just fucking finished the training session. Jake fucking
Yeah.
smashed me.
Bro, is that the same mic that you've been using, or is that a different mic?
Nah, same one.
Oh. Probably didn't even notice the name or the label.
Pod mic, yeah.
Pod mic. Give me, see if I can make this full screen. Yeah, here we go. That cool, bro. Flip bean. Training session was sick. It's good, bro.
Yeah. It's good having
I'm
a
yet to do
decent
my
sized
training session,
backyard.
man. Yeah, flip, bro. You got a huge backyard.
Fucking do
Fuck that
hill
training at your
sprints.
house, bro. With all the snakes and that coming out.
Oh, fuck, bro. There's no snakes, mate.
Yeah, true. It's like you
Bro,
have your own mini zoo there, bro.
yeah.
Mean.
I connected with Matt today, eh?
Yeah, bro. Tell me about it, man.
Yeah, he said he's keen to come on. We're just going to organise a time and we're going to do it.
Yeah, oh, that's good, bro. Fuck. As soon as you can, bro, get him on, bro, and just blast out those content because he's got a fair few. Like to be honest, bro, like this guy's got gems and bro, gold nuggets all over the place, bro.
Yeah.
He'll fire them out, bro, and it will just be a podcast full of just valuable content.
Yeah, I'm keen for it, eh?
Yeah, no, he's good, bro. Like even he makes me nervous sometimes when we have a phone call.
Yeah. How's
I
your
don't tell
event
him about that.
planning going?
Yeah, it's good. We had our last call last week. It was just me and him because the other two speakers, you know one of them, Mira, the one that I interviewed.
Her son was in
Ooh,
hospital or something, wasn't it?
shucks, sorry. What was that?
Wasn't one of her kids in hospital?
Oh yeah. Yeah. One of the kids are in the hospital, and so it's very hard. Like we'll have our. It's easy for me and Matt because one, we don't have kids.
Yeah.
We don't have kids. And probably not as much as responsibility as Mira and the other guy, Steve. So we just kind of caught up, and whatever we come up with, bro, we'll just update them on it, just so it's easier. Because our first call we had, it was good to see her. It was good to talk to her again, man. Like it's good to surround yourself with people like that. But our first call because she had her kids that day, and you
Yeah.
know how it's isolation, so they're staying at home, and so her kids were in the background, and it was just kind of difficult to have the meeting, not because of her kids, but especially even having like virtual meetings like this. See, it's easy
Yeah.
for two people, but when you
Yeah.
have four people, five people on a call, especially trying to plan an event, it's a little difficult. But we make do what we have. So I just caught up with Matt, man. We just went through a couple of things, bro. We got a couple of things done in the weekend. The next what do you call it? The next box to tick is to come up with 10 venues that we could potentially have our venue or have our event at.
Yeah.
And it's just 10 each potential venues, and again we'll just update the other two on the event. But it's pretty exciting, bro. Like although we planned it to have it in November, um, but it's good to plan now. Um, and the good thing about having Matt on board, bro, is just that he's just on. He's just focused.
Yeah.
This guy's on.
Yeah, I'm keen
And
for this event, eh? Keen to see it.
yeah, bro.
Go to it.
It'll be good, bro. Like, I'm just excited, bro. All I want to, I just want to hear music. And, when you walk into that auditorium, bro, just boom. I want people to be like, damn, this place
Yeah.
is pumping. You know, fuck that sitting on a, sitting in the audience and watching a speaker speak for like 20 minutes. Fuck, I want to get them involved,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know?
Like Tony Robbins shit, bro.
Fucking pump them up, bro. Hey, tell every single one of them to run it straight. Nah, get it.
Nah, you do your knee, bro.
Yeah, but it's pretty exciting. But we already planned, to branch to the next event, because we already spoken about, this what do you call it? We were spoken about what's the word? I just went mind blank. Just paying it forward. So once people come to the event, potentially have, if they really enjoyed the event, what did they enjoy about it?
Yeah.
What was the biggest takeaway for them? And, if they wanted to volunteer for the next event. So,
Yeah.
and then we came up with like, just ideas, like if they do become a volunteer, they can have such and such discount off for the next event. So already semi planning for the next event, but for now it's just, we're just taking down ideas, bro, bits and pieces, man, just slowly trickling in, just for the big day. I honestly bro, just really excited, to be honest. Bro, you know me, bro, I like to just get out there, bro, and just bang, 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 bang.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be
That's
good,
just
bro.
me, bro. Oh, bro, hopefully we good. But I hope you get as much value out of Matt, bro, as I have, man. I
Yeah,
tell you, bro, I'm excited
as
for you.
well.
This guy's just one gold nugget. This guy's the man. And you messaged Ice. Oh,
Yeah.
Isaac.
He hasn't opened it yet, but we'll see. You don't know until you
Oh,
try.
yeah. Yeah, 100%. He probably gets like a couple of other people messaging through.
Yeah. Because he put a vlog
Yeah.
out, and he's been doing podcasts with a few other people, like people just starting their podcast and that. So I was like, oh shit, I'll see if he
Yeah,
wants to
yeah,
jump
yeah.
on mine, even if it's for like 20 minutes or
Yeah,
something.
sick. Bro, even just 10 minutes of his time, bro, just get all the questions that you need, bro. Smash it in there.
Yeah, I know.
But plus, I know he'll be keen anyways. That guy's all about value, bro. I like
Yeah, I
watching
know.
his stuff,
Yeah, so
which is
hopefully
awesome,
he gets
man.
back to me, and would be good to have him on the podcast.
Yeah, bro. That would be sick.
Any progress on the emceeing, bro?
I've created it, bro. I can't put a finger on it, bro. Like I shouldn't think much about it, but it's just thinking on the name,
Yeah,
whether
name's
to
always
call
the
it.
hardest, eh?
And it's not only that, bro. Like you want it to be like a name that sticks.
Yeah,
Like for me, I'm jumping back and forth between. I shouldn't think about it too much, bro. This should be like one of the most easiest things that I should be done. But just at the back of my mind, I was like, no. You gotta get this name right. So again, bro, like on our last podcast, bro, I'm still contemplating whether to put on my normal name, but my heart's pulling towards Relentless, because for a while I've been working on that Relentless
yeah,
reputation name, and I think it's very powerful because I know there's a meaning behind it, and then I could also link it into, when people ask, oh man, why the name Relentless, for an MC, what?
yeah.
Honestly, it's a pretty much a personal story, and it's what I carry around, wherever I go and whatever I do. I think I made up my decision just then. I think I just made my decision just then, bro.
I think you should do that. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna call it Relentless MC Services. Oosh.
Oof, that sounds good, bro.
Mic drop. Mic drop. Bro, that sounds mint, eh? That
Yeah,
sounds mint. Relentless MC Services, bro. And I'm gonna definitely use the Phoenix. Yeah, I've made a decision. I should just go ahead and
yeah. Do that shit tonight,
bro,
bro.
just press forward. Yeah, bro. You know what? And bro, and just reminded me of the video that I did yesterday. And I was just talking about, because I just had my cardio session, and I was just talking about, just being human being, and sometimes we get distracted,
Yeah,
and it's not for sometimes, bro. Like, even for me, bro. Like I know I can work hard, but I know I'm a hard worker, bro. And whatever I put my mind to, bro, I'll do it. Yeah. But again, I'm human. Sometimes, bro, I just find myself getting a little bit distracted or even procrastinate.
Exactly.
Which is why you asked me that. Well, you told me to let you know how that book goes. You know,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Perfect Health. So that book is supposedly on management.
Yeah.
It's supposedly on management. So I'm reading that book, bro. The first chapter is actually really good. It just gives an insight on, you know, how marketing, like whatever idea that we think of, it's already been invented. Everything's already been invented.
Yeah.
And the whole marketing strategy and everything, how it's just not as good as it used to be.
Yeah. In trouble again?
Mum just walked in. No, she just walked in from her training.
She's gonna air slap you.
Oh,
Always
that'll
in
be
trouble,
the day,
eh?
bro.
Always in trouble.
One day, bro, we're gonna have a potty, bro. You're just gonna see a backhand come from the back.
Oh, I can't wait to put that on Instagram.
Oh, bro, getting wet. But yeah, bro, just reading the book. So the two, what do you call it? You know Adam Hudson. Remember Adam Hudson?
Yeah, yeah.
So he's the one who suggested the book, bro. So I'm reading that book. I've been getting back onto like the module, almost finished, not almost finished, but over halfway of the modules. You know,
Nice,
the
bro.
event where I went in.
Yeah, yeah.
So still powering through, bro. And I also got in contact. There's a lot of things that I got involved, or not involved with, bro, but it's a lot of things that I did.
Mm.
Bro, I'm just very busy, and on top of that, I have work as well.
Yeah, fuck, would be busy.
Bro, because busy, and then I come home, and then I just want to relax, but I don't, because if I don't do any work, bro, I feel guilty, and then I hold that up against myself. Because you know what, bro, like sometimes I'm real tough on myself. It's just like you as well, you know, you can be tough on yourself when you don't do work, you know?
Yeah.
You know, when I don't do work, but I'm just real tough on myself, and then I think back, fuck, man, you know, why did you waste so much time?
Yeah.
Think about your mom and dad. I always say that to myself, like, bro, your mom and dad's broke. What are you doing? So keep going, keep pushing.
Yeah.
So, but apart from that, bro, like I've been good so far. I've been reading a lot more, bro.
That's what I like to hear.
Because of you, you bastard.
Staying on your back, brother. Keep staying on your back until you finish those books.
That's the one, bro. That's the one. Bro, did you see that I finished the Rich Dad Poor Dad at like 2:30 in the morning?
When did you start reading it that night? Were you reading it all night?
I was reading all night, bro.
Fuck.
I'm a slow reader, bro. It takes me a little while to read books, bro. But sometimes it takes a while because I want to take in everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an issue or if that's a good thing to have, but I try and take as much as I try and take everything in as possible. Fuck, is my sign leaning sideways?
Oh, hopefully it doesn't fall off the wall again, eh?
Fuck. Bro, might have to move out. Yeah. So I've just I got in touch with another guy today, bro, and I came across him. Sorry, bro, did you have any questions for me?
No, bro, this is just talk shit.
Yeah, bro, treat. I came across another guy, bro, because I'm just what I'm trying to do, bro, especially with work, because I know, to me, it feels normal. Because some people, they're jobless. You know, a lot of people are jobless. They don't have work, so their day is probably different, bro. They're trying to adapt to, you know, how to work at home. You know what to do. Whereas me, I'm still working, so it still feels normal.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I go to work, bro, it's just most people there. Sorry, I lied. That was another exaggeration. Some people that I do come across, bro, all they do is that they complain about, you know, going to the job every single day. And so for me, that's something that I'll try to be more aware of, because I know it may seem like it's not filtering onto me, or it's not coming onto me.
Yeah.
But each day as it comes, man, it just sticks on you, you know. And then you think about, oh man, these guys are talking smack, and then, you know, then you find yours, yeah, bro, slowly creeps onto you, bro. You find yourself, you know, talking shit, bro, and just beating yourself up, when you don't get things done, and then you start talking negative. And so I got in touch with another guy today, bro. He's very young, another young entrepreneur. And this guy, just been chatting, but not chatting, bro, but just hit him up, bro, and he's got back to me. And this guy's got like over. It's not about the followers, bro, but it's what he does. And I just want to pick people's minds, pick people, that are living what I'm really wanting to do. And this guy's got like over 200,000 followers on Instagram. He's probably got more on Facebook. I haven't checked him on Facebook. But the same thing, bro. This guy's all about, just online, because everything's online now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to pick his brains. What does this guy do that I'm not doing? Or what program is he doing that I'm not doing? So I'm just trying to pick from people people that I can see myself hanging around with, and just picking their brains, bro, and hopefully we can become long-term friends,
Well, what's his name?
His name, bro, I don't have my phone on me, bro. My phone's actually charging. It was on like 7%. It's in the other room. Do you want the name?
Yeah, well, send it to me later. I'll have a look.
Yeah, but he's a 21-year-old, bro. He's a 21-year-old guy, and bro, pretty successful in his field.
What does he do?
Just online marketing, bro. I just want to pick his brain. What was that?
I asked what he did, but you just said
that's like online marketing. Yeah. So again, bro, while going to work, man, I was just trying to stay focused. That's my biggest thing that I'm trying to be aware of. Go work. One of the biggest things that I got from the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, what stuck with me is one of the chapters, bro, focuses on minding your own business.
Yeah.
Did you read that part, bro? That was like one of my favorite parts. Two parts of it actually was minding your own business and paying yourself first.
Mm-hmm. Paying yourself first is probably the number one thing I took out of that.
Yeah. Those are the two things I got out of it. So I know, being a person that I grew up, like even now I'm a lot better than, bro, I'm huge, but I'm totally different to the person that I was before.
Yeah.
But there are still little habits that I'm still trying to work on, that I want to get stronger. And one, like how I interpreted that paying myself first is not only paying, like, if you get paid from like your salary, whatever your wages, paying yourself first by, I don't know, by putting a certain amount into your savings.
Yes,
but that's what I do. Like, yeah. But I also interpret it as like paying yourself first, as in, bro, you need to figure out, like, invest in yourself first.
Yep.
Instead of focusing on other people, but you need to focus on yourself.
Yeah.
And as selfish as it sounds, bro, it's right now, bro, I think the share's gonna all be, and I don't want to sound like a dickhead or an asshole, saying it, but this share's all about, just gonna be selfish, because I really want to build a solid foundation and solidify, just a good grounding point where I can stand solid and be like, yeah, bro, now I've got these in place. Next year is going to be a big year. It's all about building from the foundation that I built in 2020, and then just building up from the top.
Yeah, bro, you got to look at it. How are you meant to help other people if you haven't helped yourself first? You got to build you before you can build others.
Yeah, that's right, bro. And it's like, and I've said it before, and I've said it at my talks as well, at speaking engagements. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly.
Bro, you can't teach people how to become a millionaire if
you're not a millionaire.
Not wealthy yourself. If you only got a couple of hundreds in your account, it's that thing, bro. So, little bit of just making myself aware of a few things. That's what it is, bro. And it's pretty, but I could take, I take a few good points out of it right now. Like this year, bro, I've been able to, get into, like, I've done some good things. I've been able to get into shape. I've been able, to initially start the MC business, and also, get in touch with a couple of other people, in terms of, just building an online building, networking, and I'm reading more. Bro, those are some good points, bro. So it's good to see that I'm making progress, and that's something I need to be aware of.
You're heading in the right direction, bro.
Yeah, man, 100%, bro. So again, bro, man, I talk about being resilient, bro, and at the same time, I become aware of myself, bro. Hey, Ty, you talk about resilience. You gotta live those expectations that
Yeah.
you put on other people. Not necessarily put expectations on other people, but what I preach about, on resilience.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
that was like me yesterday. I had a big reflection moment,
yeah,
bro. Because honestly, I've let myself go physically. Like,
yeah.
bro, guess how much I weigh?
Fuck.
It's
When you
fucking
put it in that context, fuck, I don't know, maybe 93,
74 kilos, man.
74. Oh, what did you weigh last time? Didn't you weigh like
My
60
highest,
something?
my highest weight has been 87. Bro, I've let myself go, and I just had a reflection moment. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying to push, like, be positive, be healthy, look after yourself, but I'm not doing it.
yeah, yeah,
So I was like, you know what? I need to take control of my life. I need to, you know, do what I'm telling other people to do.
yeah,
So that's why I've got the camera out. I'm gonna start a new vlogging thing and just
yeah, sick, bro.
document it and try, like, get back to where I was and even better.
Yeah, bro, that's the one.
Right.
Did you wanna? Yeah.
Yesterday I sat down and recorded like an 8-minute intro, bro. And it was like full, like, heart to heart shit.
Fuck yeah, come on, bro.
Kind of embarrassing watching it back, but yeah.
Hey, but those are the times to remember, hey, because when you get better and you reflect back on it, boom,
Yeah.
fuck, this Nick was, gee, this guy was a little pussycat. Now look at me. But yeah, come to think of it too, bro. Like I created a YouTube channel a while ago, but I only used it just to post up a couple of videos so I can copy the URL and send it um to a few people for like just to go speak at events because they wanted to find out more about me. And instead of me
Yeah.
getting on the phone with them, bro, I just sent them a video. But I'll be using my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I reckon you should start documenting more, man.
Yeah,
People want to see
like
behind the
especially with this
scenes.
MC. Yeah, bro. And I just want to grow, bro. Like that's me. Um, yeah, man. It's been a little fuzzy up here, but I
Yeah.
know I'm aware of a few things that I need to work on, bro. I just like everyone, bro. Just even the big boys, the entrepreneurs, bro. They have setbacks, they have hardships, but bro, they're still successful, man. They're being successful for a reason, so they've been able to bounce back from their hardships
Yeah.
and all those setbacks, bro. So that's good, bro. It's good to see people who are successful, and it's just following in their footsteps. Because to be honest, I was a person with a massive ego, bro. I just thought I knew everything. I thought I knew everything. I was just that person, bro.
Yeah.
It's either what I say or whatever you say, bro. It just doesn't matter. Save it. But now, bro, I've just been really wanting to learn, bro. Being able to read more, um, getting onto more modules for the reliable education. I want to say now reliable education. Getting in touch with a couple of other people who know a lot more than I do, who are
Yeah.
living, a good lifestyle. And yeah, just like me, bro, I want to live a good lifestyle too.
Hmm.
But I want to live a good lifestyle where I have a platform where I can share resilience, share the
Yeah.
same thing that I love sharing on both resilience. Because to be honest, like I'll keep pushing, bro. I'll keep pushing the message out there, bro, to become resilient, bro. You need to be able to surround yourself with the right people, have a perfect mindset, and get yourself out of that toxic environment that you keep talking about. I'll keep pushing for that, bro. But I know, and it happens all the time. And I was listening to, it just happened. I seen it on Facebook, bro. And Billie Jean, you've heard of Billie Jean?
Yeah, I think so.
So Billie Jean's like this marketing guy, and he's like, well, I just seen a couple of stuff, just pop on Facebook, and he talks about, people will listen to you because they see what they want to see on videos. So, for example, they see cars, and so they click onto their video,
Hmm.
and so they listen.
Yeah.
Oh, look, that guy's got a nice car, man. What's the guy doing? So that's what I mean by, I wanting to have a good platform where people will listen.
Yeah.
on resilience, bro. Because that's what I want to teach, bro. Like I want to teach resilience. I think I've been pretty resilient so far from my life before to where I am right now.
Yeah.
Fuck that, bro. I wouldn't have pictured myself where I am right now, bro. No way. I'd still be drinking at the back of my car, bro, in the garage, man. Fuck. Maybe going
Yeah.
over to my mate's house, get high every once in a while.
Yeah. You've made massive change.
Yeah, bro. Fuck. So, I'm pretty happy, man. But I know there's just a lot more, bro. And if
Yeah.
I can surround myself with the likes of guys like you, and people who want to do better, fuck, I think that's key,
Yeah. Yeah. That's just like me.
bro.
I'm just trying to surround myself with better people and focus on me.
Bro, you're killing it, bro. Fuck, you're killing it.
Bro,
Also,
Gary Vee posted this thing this morning. Like he probably would have said it before, and other people would have said it, but it just connected with me. It was, don't try and fix others, fix yourself first.
fix yourself first. I saw that. I
Bro,
saw that.
I read it like before I went on my morning walk, and I was like, "Fuck!" I've been trying to fix other people and like trying to help other people without doing
Oh,
it,
come
fixing
on, Luca.
myself.
Yeah, that's good, bro. That's hefty, man.
So yeah, I'm
Like, I
just
can't wait to see your documentary, bro. Like just talking everything, and I'll do
yeah,
that, bro. We'll keep each other accountable.
yeah, sweet,
I'll doc it, bro. I've got the camera here, bro. I'll make good use of my camera because I used to just post up. Last year, I used to post up, a fair bit, and I make
yeah,
the videos and post up, and it was pretty good. I was getting good engagement, um, bro. And then just
yeah. That's like me. I haven't really vlogged in a while. I'm just doing
yeah,
podcasts, but now I'm gonna get
so
back onto it.
yeah,
And
so
I've
heaps good.
decided to possibly do a marathon or half marathon
Like as in,
running, bro.
oh,
I don't
fuck,
know.
bro. I
I don't know
wouldn't
how
mind
many
walking a marathon.
yeah, how many kilometers I'll do, but I'm gonna do it.
Hey,
Have
but
you heard
it's
of
good,
Tough
bro.
Mudder? That's another one I'm thinking of.
But,
It's like an obstacle course. So it's 16 kilometers and there's like 25 obstacles or something.
fuck,
Look
who's
it up,
that,
bro.
bro? Also, I'll be keeping the door with you,
If you're
bro.
keen to do that, we'll do it because it's in November or September or something. But yeah,
Also,
that's something
I'll be keeping
I'm
the
gonna
door,
do.
bro.
Yeah,
Let's lock it in.
sweet,
Hey, bro, it's to help become better.
bro. Push yourself mentally, man.
Yeah, bro, I'm keen to do that, man. Fuck. I think I'll be looking like a rock by that time, bro.
You need to do some more running, eh?
Yeah, bro. Fuck, oh, what else have I been doing? Oh, fuck, I went for my check-in, my body check-in with my mate JP.
Yeah.
So far, bro, I've lost just about 12 kgs
Fuck, that's all right.
and
You want to give that to me?
dropped almost. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I got heaps on my ass, bro. Fuck if you want that. um, so I've dropped almost about 12 kgs, bro, and just under 10% body fat.
Shit,
Um,
that's good, man.
so feeling pretty fit, bro. So my goal is to get to 105, 106. Because I've spoken to the guy. He goes, bro, for a guy like your height, bro, and good weight for you is to hit around say the 106, 105 mark. But yes, sweet. So that's goal, bro. So I've got another 9 kgs to lose, bro, and I want to get down to maybe 10% body fat. So it's another 7%.
All right, calm down, The Rock.
You know, the Rock, bro. But honestly, the
You'll
Rock
get there,
is my
bro. You'll get
inspiration,
there.
bro. Yeah, like I don't want to be big like him, bro, because like he's big and he's tall. He's like 6'5".
He's
I'm big
massive.
and average height. I don't look like a bloody stumpy ass rock looking around. But yeah, bro. I'm excited with this, bro. I'll keep you accountable if you keep me accountable.
Yeah, I will, bro. I've been keeping you accountable with your reading, and look what's happened.
Yeah, fuck now. Look, I finished my book. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's because of
I bought
Beta.
this book the other
Mr.
day,
Beta. Yeah.
This book. Got this one the other day. Extreme Ownership
Oh, is that the
by
Is that the guy you're
Jocko
talking
Willink.
about? Yeah.
Yeah, this
Oh
is what
no, no.
I'm talking about. The
Oh,
one I'm reading at the moment is David Goggins.
that's the one. That's the one I was talking about.
Bro, you need to get that. Oh fuck, that is so
What's the
good.
book called? Wait, let me write it
You
down now.
You Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins.
Oh, look, I did write it down.
And then
Bro, you
this
should
one,
see my bookshelf.
yeah, this one's
Nothing
extreme
but
ownership.
You Can't Hurt Me.
Yeah.
David Goggins.
Yep.
And what's that one?
Extreme Ownership by Jocko Wilkin.
Have you started reading that one?
No, I'm about halfway or just over halfway of the David Goggins one.
Oh yeah. Is it
Bro,
good?
that
Is
guy's
the
a
David
crazy
Goggins one good?
motherfucker. He's a crazy motherfucker. Bro, because he was a Navy SEAL.
Read that book, man.
Bro, he failed Navy SEALs like 2 or 3 times, and he just kept going back and doing it again. And that training is like torture. And he kept putting himself through that. Like he would all these. What do you have? He had internal bleeding, and like his lungs and shit were bleeding. All that, it's all fucked up.
Fuck. But you know what? Imagine where he's sitting at with his mindset. Mentally,
Bro,
he's probably on like 4 levels above
I
wherever
listened
he
to a
is right now,
podcast,
man.
and apparently he's just a fucking mental cunt these days. Like he just does not care. Every day he just does something out of his comfort zone, and it's like something really extreme. It's crazy.
But that's what you want. See, even
Yeah.
me, bro. Like that's what I want to be able to see. Like bro. I'm a hard worker, but David Goggins, bro, he's probably somewhere fucking.
He's a
like
loose
mentally,
cannon,
bro.
bro.
He's just.
But the
I
section
want
I'm
to be
reading at the
someone else.
moment, but someone told him to go run a marathon. It was 100 kilometers, right? In 24 hours, you had to run it. So he goes, yeah, all right. Didn't even train for it, just goes and runs. And he fucked himself that much, like all his toenails are coming off, his feet were fucked. He was that fucked up that he shit
Yeah, it must have been all
himself.
battered and torn up. Fuck.
Yeah, he was fucked up. I don't know if he finished it
I
or
can't
he
wait
got
to read
to
that book,
90
bro.
something kilometers or something, but bro, he's one crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to read that, bro. And it's people like that, bro, you know, that just validates like what you talk about. Like, you know, if you're actually resilient, bro, you can conquer shitloads of things.
Bro, you can
That's
do
why I
anything.
like doing these speaking
You put your mind
engagements,
to it.
Yeah. I'm excited for this, bro. You're amping me up right now, bro.
Bro, you know when you
Jeez.
mentioned me speaking the other day
Yeah.
at one of your events, bro, I really got thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I kind of want to do that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, bro, why don't you? So when why don't you come to like one of my speaking engagements?
Yeah, I will.
Just come along and just vlog, bro. Like, see what I do. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be talking to like students.
Yeah.
It'll be very similar to like an event, except you're just talking to. Like, it just gives you a fair idea of what you can do at events as well.
Yeah.
Right, because the good thing about having a small group, bro, is that you get real intimate with them. You get intimate, like you get real intimate with them. Like same thing at the event, you can get intimate at the event as well. But you're in the room, bro, just students who actually like need help. They're just too eager. Their ego is too big and they're too proud to put their hand up and say, yes, I need help. And that's where you get intimate. That's honestly, I love those kind of speaking engagements. A couple of my last speaking engagements that I had with PCYC, bro, I'll tell you the story, bro. Let me tell you the story. One of the students in there, I'm not going to name the name because it's for confidential reasons, you know. And the organizers and you know the teachers at the PCYC, I don't know, I think they call their staff. Let's just say staff. The staff teachers, you know, they told me like, you know, that kid there, you know, he's probably the worst. You know, he's just struggling. You know, doesn't want to come, doesn't turn up, because most of these students, bro, they don't like going to school. You know, bro, they most times they're absent at school. You know, their attendance is shit. It's poor. You know, and PCYC is like a place where they can just go and, you know, be a little bit more themselves. You know, feel a lot better about themselves. You know, but still, so they were telling me, man, like that kid right there, you know, he's probably the worst out of all of them. And bro, so I started talking. I told my story, bro. Like, man, this is where I've been. This is where I am. And I'm not going to say that my story is probably the worst out of all stories, because it's not. I know there are other people who have struggled, have worse, upbringings than I have, but I still embrace like my upbringing. I told them my background. I shared my story, where I am right now, what I've done to get to where I am, and the little habits that I've, had to change, to become a better person. Like I've told my story, but there's when I was telling you about, in a small room of students, you can get real personal with them.
Yeah.
You can get them on a personal level, because sometimes you have to get on a personal level with them, to actually break through to them.
Yeah.
That kid that they were talking about being like, the one that struggles the most and just worse, just doesn't connect, no communication, whatever. But after I did my whole speaking engagement, all the students walk outside, and that one kid that they said he was the worst. He was the worst one, he just disengaged. He was just disengaged.
Yeah.
Comes up to me while I was talking to one of the staff teachers, and he goes to the teacher, "Oh, miss, is it okay if I can just have some time with Ty? Like, can I just have a bit of time with Ty?" She goes, "Yeah, sure." And he goes, "Oh, just like only me and Ty, please." Right, she goes, "Yeah, okay, cool." So she walks out the door. And as soon as the door shut, the main organizer was still in the room there, because he had to be in the room.
Yeah.
But it was at the back of the room. So the staff teacher just walks out the door. As soon as the door closes, comes up to me, bro, and doesn't say anything. This kid just broke down in tears. He broke down in tears, bro, and he was literally crying on my shoulder. Like, I could, like, no words of lie, bro. He was crying on my shoulder, bro, and his whole heart was just pouring out all these issues that he'd been experiencing. Like, he felt like he had to keep it, hush hush, because it would have made him feel like a weakling, or bro. And literally, he just broke down in tears, and bro, I was emotional inside, because when somebody breaks down in tears with you, you've connected with them at a real personal level, a place where they can relate, and that's a powerful thing. Bro, this kid was just telling me all his issues and everything, and I told him, look, I gave him a few tips, not from any other experiences, but my own experience, because I can give tips from my own experiences, because my own experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, yeah, sweet. Then he walked outside. I can tell it was a lot of stress just off his shoulders, because he just felt good that he spoke to someone about it. That
he released all that.
Yeah, he released all that, and I can tell he just walked out with just less stress on his shoulders. As soon as he walked out the door, the main organizer, like the organizer of the whole thing, comes up to me and goes, "Bro, Ty, that's the first he's ever seen a student just walk up and just break down." Like, he's been there for years. He's been there for many years, this organizer. Shortly after that, bro, I was supposed to go to the graduation, but I couldn't because I had work. But that kid, supposedly most disengaged kid, lacking on, a lot of things. He ended up getting the highest award of the most improved in a class, bro. And they called me up. They sent me like a certificate or something. I've got it up in my cupboard, and they're just sending me, like, their many thanks, and they're so grateful. And so now they keep in contact with me more often. Hey Ty, your engagement with these kids is unreal. And I've even got the email that he sent me, bro, and just it pulls on my heartstrings, bro, because I know that just gives me affirmation that what I'm doing is worthwhile.
Yeah. Fuck, that would be a mad feeling, knowing that you've impacted someone's life.
Also, and after that, a couple more speaking engagements at the different area of, like, PCYC. Bro, same thing. Connect with these students, bro. A couple of them, broke down in tears. And that's why I came up, and it gives me affirmation that the name Relentless that I came up with, bro, is just something powerful. There's a story behind it. And yeah, bro, I know you follow Isaac. I know you follow Ice a lot. So if you look at, because I looked at a couple of his things, and he posted up on Facebook or Google or somewhere a while back. This is when he was, really kicking off with YKTR.
Yep.
And one of the points that I took away was, and this was him on like how to build a personal brand or business or clothing brand.
Mm-hmm.
One of the points that really stuck on me was come up with a name or story. It's he was saying something like, it's 2018, 2019. People don't buy into fake stories. Don't
Exactly.
don't fake your story because people won't buy into it. They'll know that it's fake shit. Don't bullshit them.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a story. And so to me, it stuck with me because Relentless Bros, I believe that's going to be my baby for the long run, bro. If I ever become, well known or famous or like a massive, if I've made a massive impact, bro, it would be good. It would have been because of Relentless, bro. That's like one of the names that I really want to take up throughout my
Yeah.
journey.
Bro, like I want to talk, but I don't know if I really have a story to share because I didn't have like a bad upbringing or anything. So like, how do I relate to different people? That's where I get
Doesn't
stuck.
matter. So, yeah, not true. So one of my first books that I read was on a guy that I first followed, my first entrepreneurial experience,
Yeah.
reading the book Millionaire Success Habits and Dean Graziosi. And this guy talks about, bro, you don't have to come from rags, to become rich or,
Yeah.
bro, like your story. I don't know how you feel, but to me, I feel like you do have a story, bro, because bro, when I first met you, fuck, you were an introvert. Bro, you can
Yeah.
talk about being an introvert and now being able to experience a whole new path that gives you fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, bro, coming from an introvert, somebody who wasn't, who didn't really talk too much to other people, to now being able to connect with people on the right path of fulfillment or
Yeah.
resilience or living for a bigger purpose. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
I feel you got some sort of story within that.
Yeah.
And now
I
look at you,
guess,
bro. Fuck you.
yeah. I guess it's not
Bro,
about connecting with everyone. It's just as long as you connect with, one or two people that makes a difference in their life. That's what matters.
bro. Yeah, 100%. But the point that if you were to tell your story, like and you're still growing too. That's the beauty
Yeah.
of Vittles. And you're still growing too. To me, I feel like your story that you've been able to break away from this whole introvert. You've
Yeah.
been able to break away from these walls that were holding you down from connecting with other people.
Mm-hmm.
From an introvert to an expert. No.
But
But
yeah,
something along those lines, bro.
yeah,
Like I feel you do have a story, bro, because you don't have to come from like a real harsh background. You don't.
yeah, yeah. I thought about it, and
Bro.
it actually excites me. Like that's something I kind of want to do, just to experience it, to see what it's like.
Bro, and you never know until you
Yeah,
experience it.
I
Hey,
know. You don't know what's going to happen after that. It could lead to something bigger.
that's it.
So
Bro,
yeah,
all you gotta do is just dip your feet into the water.
mm,
Test it out. Test
yeah.
it out.
So I'm just going to
Fuck,
keep
bro.
keep doing
Yeah.
social media, and then tell my story on there, and then hopefully, when you invite me to one of your events or something else comes up, possibly talk
Yeah.
there.
Bro. And not only that, bro, you and your brother, man, you guys are killing it within your family business. You can talk about your family business as well, bro. Plenty to talk about. These
Yeah.
are things that people should hear, need to hear.
Mm.
Bro. And not only that, you're still young.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro. I honestly, also, I'm telling you right now, bro, I wouldn't have been able to. I honestly didn't think in a million years, bro, that I'll be speaking on resilience. If anything, resilience was the last thing on my mind.
Yeah.
Who the fuck wants to talk about resilience? To now being actually, to now understanding that if you do good things, bro, and if you do good things to yourself, but you realize that the good things that other people, you realize that what you go through right now, there are thousands of other people experiencing the same thing, bro. They just need help on it. Some of them are just too proud to put their hand up and say yes, they need help, because
Yeah.
it's just human nature. It's
Yeah.
just human nature. People want to
We've
keep
all
things
gone through
private.
that.
And that's right. That's right. And we want to try and keep things private, and it's just human life.
Yeah.
Some things that we want to share, some things that we don't want to share. But it just comes along with the whole package.
Sweet,
Yeah,
bro.
bro. Fuck, man, there's some gold nuggets for you.
No, bro. That was a good chat.
Hey.
I'm liking these catch ups.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
bro.
good.
Me too. You know what? After this, bro, I'm gonna take like 2 shots of like coffee and just smash out these training sessions.
What are you doing tonight?
Might go for a quick run and then what am I training tonight?
Yeah,
I got I got chest and back tonight.
nice. You don't need any more
Yeah,
chest
bro.
bar.
Bro, I need to lose my ass. That's what I need to lose, bro. Fuck, man. You know what, Brad? I don't read it. Like, I post up. I don't know if you see my transformation, but I posted up on Instagram, I posted up on Facebook, posted up on TikTok. And that's funny, bro. Like, I try and respond back to everyone, just to stay engaged.
Yeah,
So that they know that, I stay engaged, and I'm just a normal person, like flipping, not trying to be someone who's, oh, this guy thinks he's too good. So I try and
yeah.
engage with everyone, Brandon. There's a couple of there's one comment on there, and I just put the laughing emoji because I thought it was funny. But I don't know what cake. Do you know what cake means?
Cake.
Cake. Like I know the meaning of cake. Like I know the cake, food cake, the dessert cake.
Yeah, but what was the sentence like?
But when that cake though,
What the fuck does that mean?
that's the sentence.
Does that mean? Is that your ass or something?
Yeah, that's what. Bro, it was so funny, man. It was funny, bro. And I said, bro, I try and respond to everyone, bro. Try and make sure I stay engaged.
Yeah.
And I just do. And I thought that was funny, bro. I thought that was really funny, bro. Ask your missus, bro. She probably knows about it too. But yeah, I thought it was funny, man. Things that people come up with, and then the line after that was like, the things that girl would do to get something like that. That was so funny, bro. So I just left it at that, bro. I didn't respond
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah, I'm
I
liking your
try and
live
keep
videos
everything
lately,
neutral.
man. You going live more.
Yeah, you like them, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to stay engaged with people, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna start going live more as well.
Yeah, it'd be, bro. It's good. Fuck, bro. You just find out, just like what you do right now. You
Yeah.
find a couple of topics to talk about, and you just talk about it. It's just keeping people engaged.
Yeah, like we could
Yeah,
do this
man.
over Instagram. Like us two could do this live on Instagram if we wanted to.
Yeah, we could. We could.
We
Yeah,
might do that
bro. We could.
sometime.
Yeah, bro. Bro, whatever happens, bro. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, sweet. Maybe like next week or something, or
Just
whenever you're
worried
free.
that. Yeah. Just worried that your shoulders might cover the camera.
Oh, fuck off, guys. Shoulders are small.
Yeah. Bro, just worried that your biceps might cover the lighting.
Give me about 2 months and I'll be back. You'll be calling me the Rock.
Oof, let's go. Yeah. Ty who? The Rock who? Bro, call me Mr. Beater.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Matt got back to me.
Sweet. Bro, did you have any other questions?
No, bro.
Matt, what did he say?
Yeah, he said Saturday, 5 p.m. Yeah, I should be able to do that. I'll get back to him in a minute.
Yeah, why not, bro? Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, that'll be good,
we've
man.
got a meeting at 2:30.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what to ask him. Like,
jump on like.
I'm gonna obviously talk about his story, but other than that, I'm not sure what else.
Probably, maybe I don't know. Like, maybe just listen to maybe listen to what he says, bro, and then just bounce off that.
Yeah.
Bro, you've done it a couple of times to me too. You've bounced back from what I've said, bro, and I think questions will come out from what he says.
Yeah. I write like a bullet points like that I try to follow, and then I just elaborate off that.
Yeah. Yeah, just do that.
Like his story in itself is just going to make the podcast.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, and I don't mean to I'm not even blowing smoke here, bro. But this guy, he's also, if you ever do get the chance to, bro, like after this whole COVID-19 and everything, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna meet up, bro.
Him. Yeah, I think he's perfect. He's the perfect person to be surrounding yourself with.
Yeah.
This guy's mentality is something else, especially for an 18-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He has a mad
I'm telling
story,
you,
and
bro, he's got
bro, that
clients all
guy's
over the place.
confidence. Fuck
Yeah.
me. Yeah, I'm keen to talk
Fuck,
to him and
man.
find
I'm
out
just,
more about him.
yeah, bro. And you just be, bro. Don't even be nervous about it. Like and you
Yeah.
know what? Bro, he is so kickback.
Mm.
He's one of the coolest dudes just to hang up with, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, fuck, bro. This was a good chat. I love
Yeah.
catching up with
Yeah,
you,
these are
bro.
good, bro. Bro, did you hear they're lifting the restrictions a bit now?
For what? Oh, for this whole COVID-19 thingy?
They're lifting it like a tiny bit, so I think we might be able to meet up.
What? Nah, really?
As of the 1st or 2nd of May, I'm not sure if it's New South Wales or other states, but I think you can hang out with 1 or 2 people.
Oh, fuck. Bro, shut the gate, bro. I'm coming to hold your handles. These are because New Zealand lockdown, like it's just been lifted too, so people are
Yeah, they're
going out
going to
to.
level 3, yeah.
Did you see my Facebook video?
Yeah, the Maccas. That's all. That's
The
where
whole
the
Lion King theme
bro.
song. Oh shit. Bro, these already like posts of like long ass queues like in the drive-throughs.
Fuck me.
Bro, I think I seen like 4 posts from different people of just queues. And you wonder why, bro, New Zealanders are like amongst like the most obesity like rate in the world.
Yeah, bloody McDonald's, bro, making people fat.
Uh, sorry, bro. I just wanted to point it out, like the whole Macca's. So one of the
Yeah,
good points that I got out from Rich Dad Poor Dad is that he talks about how the owner of Macca's
it's a
wasn't
real
in.
estate business.
Yeah, he wasn't in the
Wait,
hamburger business
watch the documentary on Netflix,
for.
the McDonald's one,
Yeah,
bro. Watch it. It's so good. Shows you how like they started it all up and how they built it to where it is, like the whole backstory.
I will watch out. It's my day off tomorrow. I want to do some work tomorrow. Um, well, I'm gonna do some work tonight, anyways, too. But I'll probably watch it. Oh, I might watch it tonight actually.
And also, have you been watching the Michael Jordan documentary?
Now I've heard about it, like The Last Dance.
Yeah, bro, that is hectic. You gotta watch that as well.
What's it about?
It's his whole like career, everything.
Fuck, man, so good. All right, I'm gonna watch the McDonald's one tonight, and I'm gonna watch the Michael Jordan one tomorrow.
Make sure you
And
read
then
before, right?
I'm gonna read after my training.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
read as well
bro.
tonight.
Yeah. But that's one of the points that I got up from the Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
I thought that was genius.
Yeah, most people think, oh, it's just hamburgers and shit. No, it's fucking real estate.
And he was talking about how there are probably like hundreds of other people who make way better hamburgers than him.
Yeah. And you know for yourself, like Macca's don't make the best hamburgers.
Yeah, true. That is true. I taste the way better ones. That's hate, bro. There are opportunities out there, else.
Yeah, I think they're maybe the number one like real estate owners in the world. Like they own the most real estate.
Macca's.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
That would be up
mentions that in
there.
the book too.
Yeah, that'd be up there, probably the top.
Yeah, with the likes of KFC, bro. I'll definitely I'm excited for this journey, bro. I'm glad to walk into my room, bro, and just look at the name Relentless.
Yeah, it's good having your own little area, eh?
Yeah, bro, just put some meaning to it, bro. I've still got to print out. It's expensive to print out like pictures of your idols.
Yeah, I want to get artwork too. Fuck, so expensive.
Probably be the most expensive to get your face up on my wall.
Wouldn't be much to paint, bro. Not at the moment.
Nah, sweet, bro. I'm gonna get into training, bro. But honestly,
bro.
I love this talk.
Yeah, bro.
Let's catch up, say in the next week or so.
Yeah, sweet,
Bro,
bro.
honestly, if it's true that this whole lockdown thing, like if the restrictions get lifted, bro, we'll catch up.
Yeah, I don't know if you can go like to eating places or not, but I suppose you can get takeaway stuff. So we could
Yeah,
get
you
takeaway
can.
coffee and shit in the Peen River, do the walk or whatever.
Yeah, keen. Bro,
Yeah,
we can
we'll do
even
that.
catch up with, like, if it's one or two people, bro, we can catch up with Matt.
Yeah, sweet. That'd be good.
Matt will be keen, bro. He'll be
Yeah.
keen.
All right. Will you go smash your workout, bro?
Yeah, appreciate it, bro. Honestly, bro, mad love for you. Also, bro, you're doing good things, man. And
Thanks,
I
bro.
love
You
catching
too.
up with you, bro.
Yeah, it's good. All right. See ya.
Toodles. Talk
Later.
soon.